Hello everyone, this is Abdul Aziz Ola once again from A.O.S Academy, the #1 language and linguistics institute. If you would like to learn the French language, take tutorials on your examinations, or even consult a researcher online for your project or thesis works, all at the comfort of your home, school or office, kindly subscribe and contact us via the links below this video. Now today we are going to be working on a very interesting topic, a topic which I know that it has actually been on the minds of a lot of researchers, both students and even freelancers, about how to actually look for materials. The topic for today is titled How and Where to Get Relevant Materials for Your Project or Thesis or even dissertation works. Now, based on what we did last week, we actually distributed over 200 topics to about 73 students in the University of Ilorin, Department of Linguistics and Nigerian Languages, based on their ultimatum to actually get 3 researchable topics to be submitted to the departmental office to actually be able to select out of those topics the one they are going to use as a case study, as a project topic for them. Now, I got to realize after giving these people project topics that a lot of them were asking further questions about the project topics. Further questions like, how can I get materials on this? Do you as an institute have materials on these project topics you are giving out? And apart from your own institute, can I get materials online for these project topics if I'm finally given? Or where else can I find if not on the internet? So I found it quite expedient to actually shoot this video today to explain to you exactly what materials are and how you can go about searching for them. It was appalling that a whole lot of people didn't really understand the concept of material. So I wanted to actually explain to you what exactly a project material is, what a research material is. Firstly, I would like to tell you that research materials are reference materials, reference books, reference articles, journals, and all others that you can use for your project work. In summary, anything that can be referenced is a material. And that takes us to the fact that a material is something that is actually written by someone about a particular idea, about a particular aspect of research, or even a particular notion, be it in the science related, art related, or social sciences, or any other field, what have you. Now, you need to understand that when we're talking about materials are, we have a lot of materials. Firstly, we have books and chapters, which are actually materials that were published by a publishing house, or nowadays a lot of people publish online. Anything that are actually gone through the stages of publication can be a book or chapters. It can also be articles, it can be journals, it can be papers. Some are actually always published just like the books, but the difference is that they don't have chapters like that of the books. And even journals that have chapters are chapters that are not written by just one person. It's written by a whole lot of scholars, a whole lot of researchers, a whole lot of lecturers if they are in school or what have you. Now, apart from that, we have word lists, like those people working on language-based research. We have frame technique, a combination of phrases, clauses, and sentences still in language. But apart from that, we have data of maybe census, or data of a particular maybe small-scale businesses, data, anything that deals with what? That deals with research that has been carried out before, that can come in handy for you as data for your project topic, is referred to as research data. Now we have proposals, we have questionnaires, things people have actually written before they actually worked on their own project or thesis work. And also we have past projects and past thesis, past dissertations that you can see, that can serve as a guide for you during your research work. And lastly, we have lectures in the classroom, lectures for inaugural celebration for people that are actually professors which want to talk about their discoveries, like inaugural lectures. We have notes and a whole quite have a library whereby people can actually consult some of these materials that we have, and some are actually for sale. So if you actually want to get some, if you want to reference some in your work, you can contact us via any of the links below this video. We have materials on different departments, faculties, and even school, based on what each of the researcher or the students worked on during their undergraduate or postgraduate days. Now let's move on with what we are discussing about. Now there are different ways by which you can get these materials that I've listed earlier. The first and common way people actually go in search for materials is through the internet. It's so obvious. And the internet, when I'm talking about the internet, the one they actually go through is the Google. And even though the Google is a nice and wonderful way by which you can get materials, it is not only the only source. It is not the only source in which you can get materials. There are a lot of other ways you can get research materials, and examples of that, we have the search engines. Google is a search engine, but we have other search engines like Bing, like even Yahoo. We have YouTube, we have Quora, which are question platforms where people ask questions and people always reply to their questions. So apart from that, we have authors and publishing houses. Some of them are also on the internet, but we have some publishing houses that are not on the internet. Some people don't even have a website. As a result of that, you can go into their houses, you can go into their libraries and get some materials. That's another way by which you can get materials. Apart from that, we have sites, designated sites for schools, designated sites for departments, designated sites for even authors themselves, and designated sites for all other combinations, for all other committees of people who are working to actually bring about research, like research institutes. Now apart from that, we have journals, schools, colleges. There are a lot of journals that schools write, a lot of journals departments write, a lot of journals faculties in school write. So you could actually get materials through the use of journals, either be it offline via a library or via any other medium, like maybe from your supervisor or someone that is actually helping to actually make sure you do the right thing in your school, or even through your mates, your peers that have actually bought the journals. You could learn the journals from them and give them back once you are done with it. We also have libraries, which is one of the wonderful ways you can get. We have the offline library now, we have the online library. Like we at A.O.S Academy, we have an online library on our website www.aosacademy.com. But all other schools, for instance University of Ilorin, I know that they have their own designated offline library in the permanent site of the university. Also all other like OAU, UI, they have different designated places which they call their library, in which students go and source for materials. And there are different kinds of libraries you can get. Not only in the school setting, you can also get in your department. Some departments like Department of Law, Department of Education, a whole lot of departments have their own libraries now. So instead of going to the general library where you are going to be faced with a whole lot of books that may not be of relevance to you, you could actually go into your departmental library or even faculty library to source for what you want. Also, you can go into special libraries for a particular kind of department or a particular kind of field of study. Take for instance the library for the information and technological sciences. That's the kind of library that a person can actually develop, a person can actually establish outside the shores of the school to actually serve that purpose. So instead of you going to the school, you can go there if you know that what you are looking for will always be found there. Now we have national libraries which are made or established by the country you live in. We have even local libraries that are made by, that are designed by the local government. We have state libraries. For instance, in the city of Quora, we have the Quora State Library complex. So you could go there if you know that what you are looking for would be in that kind of place. You could go there and source and even borrow some of the books to take home and return after you have used them. Now one thing you need to note is that when we're talking about materials, a whole lot of people don't understand the concept of materials. Materials are reference material. They are reference items, as I've said, that you could use for your project, but they are not your project itself. They are not projects in the sense that, take for instance, if your own project topic is the use of online publicity channels to advertise for small scale businesses, a case study of the Nigerian setting. If for instance that is your own project topic, you cannot always find a material that has the same topic or the same title as that, or even the same content as what you are expected to do. No, because why? Project or thesis works are always, most times, given to students in order for them to work on it freshly. You understand? So you are given a topic that has not most times been worked on before. The only thing is that you have all other materials or all other research that has been done around that aspect, or has been done around that case study. Take for instance, people may have worked on the use of online publicity channels to advertise for small scale businesses, a case study of Kenya. It could have been done, such research could have been done in Kenya, but it hasn't been done in Nigeria. So you could use that of Kenya as a case study. You could use that of Kenya as a material to work on your own case study. But don't expect that the material that you are given will be the same topic, the same content, because why? That would strengthen plagiarism. And the concept of plagiarism is you copying another person's work without actually developing your own work, without carrying out your own research. So the body in charge of giving you topics, project topics, research topics, thesis work topics are actually wise. They know what they are doing. So you are not to expect the same topic which has been worked on to be given to you. And if peradventure you are given such a topic, you are meant to actually bring about your own idea. You are meant to redevelop, you are meant to rework what that person has done, not to just copy the same thing, because then there's no genuinity in that. So you are meant to actually help further research on that, because I know some departments give project topics to students 2 to 3 times before they get content with what students does. Wow, the reason being that some students just don't carry out an in-depth research on a particular topic. So they know that if they give students that same topic 2 to 3 times, there is much more assurance of one person doing a right thing or 2 people doing a better job than one. But it is always on rare cases. You can find that there may be a mix of, maybe a student has worked on a topic in a school and another topic, like most students do, they go to other schools to actually get topics people have worked on and be submitted to their own school. For a supervisor or for a department that is actually vast, that knows what it's doing, they have partnered with schools all around. I know of University of Ilorin have spies, I won't call them spies, but they have informants in all other schools that give them info on what they have done. So as a result of that, if you are giving them that kind of thing and they get to realize it, you will not be on the safe side, because they know that you actually went there to actually collect a project to submit to them, and as a result of that, they would have a high on you. So if you don't really know what to do on your project and you want assistance on your project, we at A.O.S Academy actually render assistance to students on their research, project and thesis work. So if you don't know what to do, if you want us to guide you or support you through the process, or even help you with your data collection, your data analysis, or to even provide you with materials as we have spoken, the past projects, the thesis work, the books, the journals, or any other ways, or to even help you to work on any aspect of your project, don't worry, just get through to us via any of the links below this video. And also, as a plus to this video, we are going to give you a list of all the kinds of materials and all the kinds of sites you could go into to search for materials in the description section of this video. So if you don't really know where to get some of these materials that we have talked about, we are going to put links below this video for you to be able to go and check them out. Thank you very much, and I do hope you enjoyed today's video. Please, if you have any questions based on what I actually discussed today, please use the comment section to ask your question now. Thank you very much, and do have a lovely day ahead.